cloud, and I'm just going to mute everybody. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So good to see everybody is here, all your happy faces. And Martha with her long hair. Look at that. All right. All right, very good. Well, all right, so today's Para Yoga Nidra for cognition, which is, for memory and uh, neuroplasticity and all that good stuff. But I also wanted to talk to you about the vagus nerve. Anybody heard about the vagus nerve? Raise your hand. The vagus nerve. Okay, I know a few of you have, and a few of you have not. Um, well, so good. So you'll get to learn something, learn something new. So everybody just take two fingers and put it behind your, low in your neck right here, and you'll feel like a little indentation. You can even take your two little fingers and kind of just move them around. So does everybody feel that little indent there at the base of your skull? Okay, so that is your let me see if I can pronounce this right. Your medulla oblongata. Okay. Did I say that right, Jim? Maybe close,
Close enough.
Yes,
close enough.
medulla oblongata. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, good. So you got it. So that's where there's something called a vagus nerve, and it starts in the brain stem, like right in that area, and it extends downward through your neck, through your chest, and into your abdomen. So it's a nerve is what it is. And then the nerve branches out and goes to multiple organs. So your heart, your lungs, your liver, your spleen, your stomach, intestines, and kidneys. And it's a component of the automatic nervous system, which, kind of regulates all this involuntary stuff like breathing, right? We don't have to tell ourselves, inhale, exhale. Um, and then also heart rate, blood pressure, respiration. And there's a way to measure this. And it's also a major nerve of the parasympathetic nervous system. So rest and digest. Okay, so it'll regulate your heart rate, digestion, breathing rhythm, and we want a really strong vagal tone. So we want it high because it's good for resilience. Remember how we talk about resilience? It's like how quickly you can bounce back. Okay, life throws you a curveball. How quickly can we bounce back from that? And in low vagal tone is related to arrhythmias, it could be even heart failure and high blood pressure. So it's really important to be able to build this vagal tone and this heart rate variability, so we can get back to our baseline. Because things can be like this, but then if we get really upset or angry, it starts to get kind of jagged and crazy, which is fine, but can it get back to where it needs to be in a reasonable amount of time? Because if somebody's really angry, it takes like 3 hours for their heart rate to get back to normal. I mean, if you got to be really angry, but it takes like 3 hours to get back to normal. So there's a lot of different devices out there now to measure this heart rate variability. Things that it's like a ring. There's a heart math little monitor that you put on your fingertip and you plug it into your phone, and it can measure all these things. But we're going to do a couple things today, a couple little exercises just to give you an idea how simple it is to help with coherence. And the number one thing you can do, hey Gail, Marcia, the number one thing you can do is to breathe. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5, or inhale for 5 and exhale for 7. So if you can extend your exhalation, that really helps that heart rate variability. But there's also some other things we can do. And they only take, there's probably about 5 little exercises that take like a minute. And so I just want to show you those. And I'm not sure if I emailed you guys this before, but I'll be happy to do that again. Okay, so let me get my screen here. What's going on? All right, there we go. All right, so, and everybody can hear me. So I'll email this to you. So this is just to help with the heart rate variability. Okay, so this is going to help stimulate the nervous system, starting from the feet all the way up. Okay, so wherever you're at, you're just going to stand with your feet hip distance apart. And you're going to have your knees slightly bent, so they're going to be soft. And then from here, you're going to just lean your weight to one side of your body. And so you feel the weight on the outside of your foot, so the little toe side of your foot. And so you're balancing on the outer edge of the foot and then on the inner side of the other foot. Okay. And you're just going to take like 2 or 3 breaths here. And then you're just going to repeat it. You're going to shift your weight to the other foot. So you're leaning into the little toe side of that foot, and then the big toe side of the opposite foot. And you'll take 2 to 3 breaths here. And you'll do it again. Shift the weight over to the little toe side of the foot. And then you can feel the big toe side of the foot. And you'll just do this again. You'll just be taking like 2 to 3 breaths, just leaning back and forth on each side, just like this. And you'll do that for like a minute. That's exercise number 1. And then with the next one helps to fatigue your calf muscles. Okay, so our calf muscles. And if you need a wall or something close by, you can use that. And what you'll do is you'll bring your weight onto one foot. So I'm bringing all my weight onto my right foot. Okay. And then I'm going to bend my opposite knee. And I'm going to come up onto my tippy toes of that foot that I shifted all my weight to. Hold it for a few seconds and then lower the foot back to the floor. So I'm going to move the screen so you can see me again. Okay. Let me step back. I'm going to do it on this side. I'm going to shift my weight over to my left foot. I'm going to raise this foot a little bit. And then this leg, this foot, I'm going to come up on my toe. And I'm going to stay here for a while until I start to fatigue my left calf. I want to do it till it's about 70% fatigued. And then when I feel like it's fatigued, I'll lower my heel back down, put my foot down, and do the other side, shifting my weight over, coming up on my toe here, and then coming up on my tippy toe and staying here until the right calf is about 70% fatigued. And then I'll come down and then just shake it out a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to do another one. So there's exercise 3. And this is you might have done this before, chair pose. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of raise this so you can see me. You can do this against a wall as well. Maybe I'll show you against a wall. Okay. And depending on how tall you are is how far you'll be away from the wall. So I'm gonna lean my back against the wall, step my feet out. And arms, it doesn't matter where your arms are. They can be straight out, they can be over here, they can be up here. I'm just going to put mine in front of me, and you're going to start to slide down the wall and peel your back off the wall a little bit. And you're going to stay here until you feel these quadriceps here are fatigued. And then once they feel like they're fatigued, you'll inhale and push into your heels and come up. And then you will do it again. You'll exhale, slide down the wall, peel your back off the wall, and you're going to stay here again until your quadriceps, your muscles of freedom, are fatigued. So these are very important muscles, right? Because they help you get up and down off a chair. They help you get up and down off the toilet, up and down off a sofa. So we want to keep them strong. And then when you're ready to come up, when you feel 70% fatigued, you'll inhale, push into your heels and slide up the wall. So that's a great strength builder for those quadriceps and your glutes too. And now another one, and just this might depend on your blood pressure too. So if you've got low blood pressure, this, I wouldn't do this one, but you stand. I'm going to use a chair here. You're going to stand, your feet a little bit wider apart, and then hinge at your hips. Okay. And then you can let your head hang. But if you have, if this bothers you with blood pressure, you can just do something like this. Okay. You'll hang out there and take 3 even inhales and exhales. And then you'll shift your weight to one side of your body and let your head just either hang or be right here. Inhale, come back to the center, and then shift your weight to the opposite side of the body. Okay, and you'll just repeat this a few times, and then when you're done, just shake it out. And then the last one is to fatigue your upper thighs. So this is to sit up against a wall. Okay. All right, so let me see. Sit up against a wall and make sure you can see your toes. So this one is a deeper position. It's coming all the way down, but you want to be able to see your toes. So you stay here as long as you can. Burn, burn, burn. And then when you can't stay here anymore, inhale and push into the heels and come up. So you would do that a few times. So that is some exercises to help with the vagus nerve. Okay, so there's a lot of other ones you can do. It's, just breathing, the cat cow, if you're on all fours, or if you just want to do it this way in your chair, just different things you can do like that all help to stimulate this vagus nerve. And it's just a few minutes a day. So it's very beneficial. It can really help with your heart and just having more coherence between the heart and the mind and what's going on. So I definitely suggest that we practice that when we can. And I'll send everybody the sheet that has step-by-step exercises for you to do. And then also I'll just give you maybe some YouTube links so you can watch a quick little snippet on YouTube, which is free. I'll send a couple links where you can learn a little bit more about the vagus nerve and, actually maybe see some things in action that'll be interesting for you. But it's just gotten a lot of attention lately, and rightfully so. All right, very good. If you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and ask. No? All right, nobody's got any questions? All right. All right, very good. All right, so we're going to go ahead then and start with our pranayama. So we're actually just gonna, I think we're gonna do a little, before we start, I think we'll do a little heart math with our, to help with our vagus nerve as well. Okay, so wherever you're at, just sit up nice and tall, both feet on the floor, hip distance apart, and just find your breath. Just notice the coolness of the breath as you inhale and the warmth of the breath as you exhale. And bring your attention to the area of the heart and your chest. Just bring your awareness there. Maybe see it, sense it, feel it. You know, you can even put your left hand on your heart and maybe even your right hand on your belly, but just bring your awareness there. And now remember our 5 qualities of the breath. See if you can develop a complete diaphragmatic breath, belly breathing, and have a continuous inhalation and exhalation. So, actually, what we're doing right now, we're consciously shaping our breath. Allow the breath to be smooth and silent. Now, if possible, see if you are able to inhale to the count of 5 and exhale to the count of 5. This is ideal. And if for any reason this is causing any kind of anxiety or stress, then maybe try inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 4. Just try to have an even um, inhale and exhale here. Your eyes can be open or eyes can be closed. And now remember or recall positive emotion. Okay, anything positives, feelings like love, care, appreciation, gratitude. And this can be gratitude for another human being. It could be an animal, a pet. It can be a place, a location, or it can even be an accomplishment. So for the next 2 minutes, just breathe like this. Even inhales and exhales. And just really sense, feel, see, recall that positive emotion. An emotion like love, care, appreciation, gratitude for another human being. It can be your pet. It can be your favorite place to go. It can be a recent accomplishment. And just try your best to have even inhales and exhales for the next minute. All right, so gently come back. And that is the heart math or meta meditation. So how do you feel? Anyone has a good thumbs up? Okay. So that is just another way to strengthen the heart rate variability here. So 2 minutes a day, it's not very much, right? And you can always set your timer on your phone if you think you might drift off, if you're worried about time. But, set your phone, right? Set your little alarm and just do this and just see how it kind of sets you up for a more, you know, I guess, peaceful day, restful day. And I'll send you those instructions too as well. All right, very good. So let's get on and start our pranayama. So we're going to start now with taking 3 ujjayi breaths, breathing from the base of the throat, like a slight constriction of our throat. Just like you're sipping the breath through a straw. And now we're going to take 5 piercing the moon breaths, where we always inhale through the left nostril and exhale through the right nostril. So remember, I'm just a guide, so trust your own breath. So if you like, you can make peace sign fingers, put them right between your eyes. Take your thumb and close the left nostril, and then go ahead, inhale through the left. You can use your ring finger to close the left and exhale through the right. Close the right, inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale left. And exhale right. And then take 3 more ujjayi breaths, breathing from the base of the throat. A slight constriction of the throat, like you're sipping the breath through a straw. You should be able to feel the breath hitting the back of the throat. Next, we'll take 5 piercing the sun breaths, where we always inhale through the right and exhale through the left. So you can take your peace sign fingers, put it right between the space between your eyebrows. Use your ring finger to close the left nostril and inhale through the right. Use your thumb, close the right, exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale right. Exhale left. And inhale right. And exhale left. And then we'll conclude with 3 Ujjayi breaths, breathing from the base of the throat. And when you finish, just sit here for a moment and just check in with yourself, check in with the breath, check in with the mind, seeing if perhaps the mind is slowed down a little bit. You've made more space in between your thoughts. Maybe there's a sense of calmness. And then go ahead. I'll give everybody a chance to find their space for Yoga Nidra. So you can practice sitting in a recliner. You can be in a chair. You can be on your yoga mat. You can be lying in your bed. Just as long as you don't fall into an unconscious sleep, we're good. And if you have a feeling that you might drift off into an unconscious sleep, remember, you can go ahead and bend one elbow. So if you start to drift off, the movement of the arm will alert you and you'll wake up. I recommend having a light piece of material to put over your eyes or shut off your lights or close your blinds because light can be very disturbing to the sympathetic nervous system. So wherever you're at, just begin by getting comfortable. Take your shoulder blades down your back and separate your heels a little wider than your hips. Bring your arms by your side, palms up, and preferably nothing touching your fingertips. And in these last few moments, just observe anything that is less than completely comfortable. Make any adjustments that you need so you don't have to move during the practice. Relax and give yourself permission to relax and invite a sense of relaxation. This practice is dedicated to improving cognition, which includes mental clarity, memory, and intuition. And just abiding in this sense of peace, create the resolve that you will stay awake during this practice. Ultimately, Yoga Nidra is practicing abiding in sleep while continuing to remain aware. The body may sleep, the mind may sleep, but awareness remains aware. And now begins the practice of Yoga Nidra, or cognition. Please become aware of sound. Just become conscious of sound. Initially, you are just observing sound. Mentally, you are beginning to compose a transitional state of not reacting to what it is that you perceive you hear. No judgment to what you perceive you hear. Notice how there is different layers of sound. Some sounds may be distant, some sounds closer, and some even closer, more subtle. Have the intention to listen without judgment, just aware of sound. And gradually sense the sounds becoming more distant as you move more inward. The sounds begin to drift further and further away. Matter to awareness, to consciousness. Now, please become aware of sensation. Become aware of how you're holding yourself. Where is there constriction or restriction? Notice the patterns of pulling or effort. And while you stay completely effortless, have the intention to release, to let go of all restriction. Keep letting go of restriction. More and more sense the earth supporting you. And you consciously choose not to hold on to anything. I am not the doer. And the more you can let your body rest, the more the mind can rest. Consciously choose to let the body sleep. Even your mind now is beginning to drift towards sleep. Sense the body breathing. Begin to cultivate diaphragmatic abdominal breathing. Take the breath so that it is slow, smooth, continuous, diaphragmatic, and silent. Direct the breath so the abdomen rises and falls softly and smoothly. Chest is still. Resolve all pauses or interruptions in the flow of the breath. And throughout this practice, you are consciously shaping the breath, and you are aware that you're shaping the breath. Be aware of the mind becoming more clear, calm, and at ease. The slower and smoother the breath, the greater impact it is to the nervous system to relax, to return to clarity and freedom. Now, please allow the breath to return to an involuntary flow, no longer shaping the breath. The breath becomes effortless. There's no rush. Again, to resolve any tension in the breath. As the chest is clear and still, and the abdomen is soft, and the movement is subtle. And with every exhalation, you let go of constriction and restriction. Each inhale, you sense a wave of healing and regeneration moving through the body and mind. Just awareness and the effortless flow of the breath. The intention to release constriction and all holding. Be aware of your body completely supported by the earth and the props that it rests on. Sense the body being pulled by gravity, becoming heavy, and the breath becomes even more effortless. The top of your inhalation relax as you transition to exhalation. And at the bottom of the exhalation, relax as you transition to inhalation. Be aware of the transition between breaths. That link is awareness. The body rests, the mind rests. Awareness remains aware. That link is awareness. Link between your breaths is your true sanctuary. The part of you, the part of each of us that never changes. Awareness has been the same since the moment you took your first breath to this very moment. Awareness sees and watches and knows you completely. It's on the very edge of spirit, soul, or witness. Experience yourself abiding in this presence that is always at ease, always at rest, always at home. Rest here in your true, lasting sanctuary. Please bring your awareness to the space between your eyebrows, to the midbrain. And in this space, sense a golden star-like point of light. Even sense the breath providing healing, clarity, and present moment awareness. In the throat center, same thing. Healing, clarity, and present moment awareness. Right shoulder joint, golden star-like point of light. Right elbow joint, golden star-like point of light. Center of the right wrist, present moment awareness. Tip of the right thumb, golden star-like light. Tip of the right pointer finger, golden star-like point of light. Tip of the right middle finger, healing, clarity, present moment awareness. Tip of the right ring finger, golden star-like point of light. Of the right pinky finger, golden star-like point of light. Awareness returns to the center of the right wrist. Relax into this space. Right elbow joint, golden star-like point of light. Right shoulder joint, presence unveils itself. Throat center, golden star-like point of light. Left shoulder joint, let go of all effort. Left elbow joint, golden star-like point of light. Center of the left wrist. You are the witness. Awareness moves to the tip of the left thumb, golden star-like point of light. Tip of the left pointer finger, golden light. Tip of the left middle finger, golden starlight point of light. Tip of the left ring finger, alert to presence. Tip of the left little finger, golden starlight point of light. Awareness returns to the center of the left wrist. Nothing to do. Left elbow joint, golden starlight point of light. Left shoulder joint, golden starlight point of light. Throat center, breath and awareness move here. Heart center, golden starlight point of light. Center of the left chest or breast. Heart center, center of the right chest or breast. Heart center, golden starlight point of light. Now sense the body as pure space, vast and as expansive as the night sky. The night sky becomes filled with the constellation of stars, and the space inside of you is the same as the space on the outside of you. You are a consciousness pervading this space. The stars, the points of light are luminous, and the breath is an effortless wave of life force. Relax and see the breath ingoing in this space of consciousness. Now, please establish awareness, the witness. You are spacious awareness, the one who observes you experiencing your inner and your outer life. Free from judgment, you are the one who watches your mind. Continuing to rest in this wholeness and awareness, begin to move backwards in time to what you were doing approximately 30 minutes before you came to class today. And abiding in effortless awareness, recollect the unique circumstances. What were you doing? What were you thinking? And what you were feeling. And once it's registered, go back 30 minutes prior. And again, see this from the witness perspective of the witness. What was I doing? What was I thinking? And what was I feeling? And abiding in this effortless awareness, recollect the unique circumstances. See it from the perspective of effortless awareness. You remain unaffected, perceiving how you were reacting. And you see it from an unreactive perspective. And go back a half an hour earlier and do the same. And from that non reactive place, see how you were reacting. Once that's registered, go back 30 minutes earlier. Continue to go back in half-hour increments until you return to yourself, resting in a deep sleep. What was I doing? What was I thinking? What was I feeling? See yourself and remain the quiet witness. Please return to the rise and fall of your breath through your nostrils. Awareness of the ascent and descent, the breath through the nostrils. Feel and sense the breath as two separate lines, left and right. Continuing to watch the flow of effortless breath and allow your attention to alternate for mental alternative nostril breathing. The body sleeps, the mind sleeps, awareness remains aware. ascending through the left nostril and descending through the right. And as you inhale, it ascends through the right nostril. And as you exhale, it descends through the left. Please continue. Eventually, you sense a kind of presence or heightened awareness that rides on the wave of the breath. Eventually, a kind of healing presence or luminosity begins to fill the brain. Just rest and continue to watch the alternate flow of breath through the nostrils. Please relax the practice. Let go of everything, of all effort, of all technique. The body sleeps, the mind sleeps, awareness remains aware. You rest in the experience of that which remains aware, that which is beyond the waking, dreaming, and sleeping states. Just awareness and the movement of the breath. Please bring your awareness back to the movement of the breath. Gradually begin to bring the breath into your hands and your fingers and your feet and your toes. Begin to move your head from side to side. And take your time. And if you like, you can bring your palms of your hands together, rub them, create some heat. Place your hands over your eyes. And when you're ready, you can open up your eyes into the palms of your hands. When you're ready, you can lower your hands. The practice of Yoga Nidra is complete. Thank you so much, everybody.